I'm Suzanne McNeill with Design Originals, and today I have a holiday project for you with Zentangle, one of my favorite crafts to do. So the supplies are really simple. I found a little wooden cutout tree at the craft store, and then I got some spray paint and painted it red, and here's a finished project. They come in different shapes, so you can choose the one you like. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to take my shape and lay it down on a piece of paper. Take my pencil and just briefly draw around that. I'm just trying to get that basic shape so I'll know how to do my tangles. So there we go. Okay, so now I have my basic shape, and I'm going to take my micron pen. I think I'm going to use a graphic 1 or a micron 08 because that gives a little thicker line. Now I need to come in a little bit because when I cut it out I want that red to show around the edge just a little bit. So I could use a ruler for this, but I sort of like the handmade look, so I don't mind if it's a little bit not technically straight. So now I have my shape down, and I'm just going to, for my strings, I'm just going to draw sort of a garland, crisscrossing back and forth. I think that'll make a nice string. Maybe the bottom section is awfully large, so I cut that in parts. For the pot, I'm going to divide it something similar to this. Now where I find my tangles, I happen to have a series of 10 Zentangle books out, and each book has different tangles here in the back. So I can look through this and think, oh, do I like this tangle, this one? Well, I think I like this one, so I'm going to go to page 13. And here's that tangle right here, and you might notice it has some fun variations. So you can do it with stripes, do the background dark, do the subjects dark. So I'm going to work on this right here in this section. I'm going to follow this. So I draw 2 parallel lines close together, skip down, draw 2 more parallel lines close together. Now I'm going on to step 2. So for step 2, I'm doing little arches here. There's a little space between each one. Down here I need to do part of an arch, and then there's a little core right in the center of each one. So for the second row, what I do is I stagger those. So now I'm doing the big arch, and this is lining up, you can see, with that small core, and then I'm going to do the small core. So now we have step 2, and then I'm going to continue. So I'm going to do the large arches here, and then here I'll be doing more large arches, little cores, and more large arches and little cores. So now I'm finished with all the arches, and now I can start to fill these in. I'm going to fill in the little cores with black. Get those all filled in to give that some depth. And then I can start doing the vertical stripes. And I just space those close together, and that gives it even more dimension. I normally start in the center of a section and work out on the left and then out on the right. So you can see you could finish the tangle to look like this, or you could alter it like this, or alter it like this. So then if I want to choose another tangle, maybe I'll just start on this one in this section. So I think you get the idea. And so now I'm ready to cut this out, and put it on, well, when I finish all the tangles, I'll be able to cut that out. So I'm just going to grab this one that's already finished. I just want to cut that out close to that black line, just slightly on the outside of that line. So here's this. So now here's my little tree, all painted red. I normally just use Elmer's all-purpose glue. I find that's really good about gluing paper onto wood. So I just go around the edge. I don't want to go too close to the border because I don't want it to bleed out. It will dry clear, but I don't want big blotches coming out. So I can just smooth that down. I might need to work with it for just a few minutes just to be sure it's flat, and then I'm ready to do the bottom and the other side, and I'll have a wonderful little tree. So I do get my tangles in the Zentangle books, and these are a wonderful resource. They have tangles inside, they have projects inside, beautiful artwork. There's always something new to learn and do with Zentangle. So enjoy.